UFC action is heating up, and we've got it all. Francis Ngannou is breaking down a massive interim title fight between Gane and Alex Pereira. He's giving us the inside scoop on who has the edge and why this matchup is so intriguing for the heavyweight division. Plus, Joe Pyfer is sharing an incredibly powerful story of faith and survival after his big win. You won't believe what he went through and how he found his way back. And what does Israel Adesanya's latest loss mean for his legacy? We're diving deep into the comparisons being made to Anderson Silva and what the future might hold for the last stylebender. We're diving deep into the biggest matchups and the most compelling stories in the fight world. Don't miss a second, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Francis Ngannou believes Ciryl Gane has a significant advantage against Alex Pereira in their upcoming interim heavyweight title bout. Former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, who knows both fighters well, has weighed in on the highly anticipated co-main event at UFC Freedom 250. He sees Gane's unique skill set as a major problem for the powerful striker, Alex Pereira. Ngannou highlighted Gane's exceptional movement and speed, suggesting that Pereira, who is making the move up from light heavyweight, might struggle to close the distance and implement his game plan. Ciryl will be more fast, moving around. It's his technique, he's good at that. It's going to be very difficult for Alex Pereira to even get close to the distance to figure out what he can do, Ngannou explained. Ngannou also touched upon Gane's improving ground game, noting that while Pereira's grappling has been a point of concern for opponents, Gane has been working diligently on his wrestling and submissions. He believes Gane is a more complete MMA fighter than many give him credit for, often underestimated due to his striking prowess. You will be mistaken to just see him as a striker. The fact that he's such a good striker makes people underestimate his ground game, Ngannou added. Fans and analysts are buzzing about Ngannou's insights, with many agreeing that Gane's elusive style could indeed be the key to neutralizing Pereira's power. The discussion is heating up online, with many wondering if Gane can leverage his advantages to claim the interim belt. Don't go anywhere, because the story of Joe Pyfer's incredible comeback is one you need to hear. Next up, we're talking faith, fighting, and a second chance at life with UFC's Joe Pyfer. I almost took my own life, and God restored me. Joe Pyfer's powerful testimony after UFC win. In a moment of profound vulnerability and triumph, UFC middleweight Joe Pyfer revealed the incredible personal journey that led him to victory at UFC Seattle. After knocking out former champion Israel Adesanya, Pyfer shared with the world that his life was saved by a spiritual awakening. I almost took my own life like a couple weeks ago, and I found God, Pyfer admitted in the cage. Pyfer, who has been open about his struggles with a difficult past and personal demons, described a recent period of deep despair. He credits a powerful dream and the influence of his girlfriend for helping him turn his life around and recenter his faith. God's first is now his mantra, a stark contrast to his previous priorities. He spoke of a dream where God appeared to him, offering a renewed sense of purpose and a restored life. This spiritual resurgence has fundamentally changed Pyfer's perspective on fighting and life itself. He now sees himself as a baby Christian, but a born-again believer, emphasizing the freedom he has found in his newfound faith. Despite acknowledging that his message might not resonate with everyone, he urged others to explore their own paths to self-discovery and freedom. The MMA community has been deeply moved by Pyfer's honesty and resilience. Many are celebrating not just his impressive win, but also his courage in sharing such a personal and inspiring story of redemption. The focus has shifted from his fighting potential to his powerful message of hope. But is this the beginning of the end for another legend? We'll break down Israel Adesanya's career parallels to Anderson Silva next. Israel Adesanya's career decline echoes Anderson Silva's late career struggles, according to Michael Bisping. Following Israel Adesanya's stunning second-round TKO loss to Joe Pyfer at UFC Seattle, Hall of Famer Michael Bisping has drawn parallels between Adesanya's current skid and the twilight years of MMA icon Anderson Silva. Bisping, analyzing the fight on his YouTube channel, expressed concern over Adesanya's fourth consecutive defeat since his memorable knockout of Alex Pereira. "We never thought we'd be here, but that's exactly where we are," Bisping stated, reflecting on Adesanya's unexpected fall from the middleweight throne. He questioned the motivation for Adesanya to continue fighting the toughest competition if it means facing repeated losses, suggesting that perhaps retiring after achieving so much might have been an option. Bisping acknowledged the immense pressure on Adesanya to recapture his former glory, but noted that the results haven't followed. Bisping pointed out that both Adesanya and Silva, considered the greatest middleweights of all time, have experienced significant career downturns. Silva, in his later career, suffered a string of losses, and Bisping fears a similar fate for Adesanya. "It would be sad to see that happen to Israel, but his legacy is already set in stone," Bisping remarked, emphasizing that Adesanya's place in history is secure regardless of his recent performances. Fans are debating whether Adesanya can bounce back, with many echoing Bisping's concerns. The conversation is intense, with some calling for Adesanya to consider retirement while others hope he can find a way to reignite his championship form. The comparison to Silva has certainly added a layer of gravity to the situation. After a shocking upset, who is the next big challenge for the rising star? We're mapping out the future for UFC's hottest prospects right after this. Joe Pyfer's stunning upset over Israel Adesanya positions him for a title shot, but who should be next? Joe Pyfer has officially arrived as a legitimate contender in the UFC middleweight division following his spectacular knockout victory against former champion Israel Adesanya at UFC Seattle. Riding a four-fight win streak, Pyfer's performance has ignited discussions about his future, with many questioning who should be the next fighter to step into the octagon with him to test his championship potential. On the latest episode of On to the Next One, MMA Fighting's Alexander K. Lee and guest Jed Meshew delved into the matchmaking possibilities for Pyfer. They discussed how high he should aim in the rankings and whether Adesanya, after suffering his fourth straight loss, should even continue fighting. The podcast also explored potential matchups for other notable fighters from UFC Seattle, including Alexa Grass after her brutal finish over Macy Barber. And what's next for rising talents like Larian Douglas and Yausri Belgarui? Pyfer's rapid ascent has captured the attention of the MMA world, and the On to the Next One crew is breaking down all the angles. They are analyzing his skills, his recent performances, and where he fits into the crowded middleweight landscape. The episode also features listener-submitted matchup ideas, showcasing the high level of engagement from the fan base. The debate is heating up online, with fans eager to see Pyfer continue his impressive run. His name is now firmly in the conversation for future title implications, making his next move a critical one for his career trajectory. And that's a wrap on our Fight Night breakdown. Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and a full call to action. What a night of fights and stories. Francis Ngannou sees Ciryl Gane as a tough matchup for Alex Pereira. Joe Pyfer shared an inspiring story of faith and recovery, and Israel Adesanya's career is facing tough comparisons to Anderson Silva's decline, all while Joe Pyfer continues his rise up the middleweight ranks. Don't miss out on any of the action. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to follow us on all social media platforms